To break this down and a whole lot more is CEO of Geltrude Business Technology Solutions, Michael Geltrude. Michael, good morning. Okay, so at the beginning of the year, the Fed said they would cut interest rates twice if inflation lowered to that number that they've been wanting to get to, that whopping 2%. Since then, inflation has mostly stayed the same, even increasing in some of those months. Now, Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen saying in March it wouldn't be a smooth road, but it seems like the Fed is starting to just kind of completely lose hope. Michael, every single person we have spoken to in the recent months has said, no way we are getting to that 2%. I mean, do you think we'll see inflation lower enough to give the Fed confidence to cut interest rates?
I mean, how could the Fed be confident if we as consumers are not confident? We go to the grocery store, we go to buy a house, everything is expensive, and the Fed knows this. The numbers tell a story here, but they're not really telling the full story. You may see things in the news saying, well, inflation's getting better, but if you ask someone on the street, how's inflation affecting you? They would be saying, I'm not doing so well. Yeah. My prediction here is that there will be no rate cuts throughout the year. We started with them saying 4, it went to 3, now it's 2, soon it'll be 1, and eventually it'll be 0.
Yeah, I mean, they have these lofty promises for everyone, and they kind of slowly pull them all back. And like you said, the easiest thing you can do is to know the truth. Go to the grocery store and just look at your bill. Europe introducing new tariffs against Chinese electric vehicles. Now, less than 1 month after Washington urged the union to take a strong stand against China, the EU bringing levies up to 38%, with the hikes expected to make vehicles even more expensive. So we've already seen manufacturers struggling to get these EVs off of their lots. A lot of these places, Ford, GM, they're all losing millions of dollars due to these EVs. Michael, what do you think these tariffs are going to mean for Europe's EV market?
It's simple. Prices are going to go up for the consumers. If you raise the price of these imports, it's just going to get passed along to the consumers. This is just a political play here where ultimately they're trying to level the playing field with China, but it's really going to hurt our pockets, us as consumers. Maybe we'll change some of our habits. We'll buy domestically. That's great, but now the cheaper options are just becoming more expensive, which ultimately hurts everybody.
Michael, nobody is buying EVs. Stop pushing them on every consumer. Let's talk a little Apple. So they are briefly surpassing Microsoft as new AI initiatives propel the business to become the most valuable company in the world, with shares surging to $3.29 trillion. Apple now promising in its new updates to partner with OpenAI to improve Siri and implement new writing tools. Michael, do you think Apple is going to remain the freshest fruit in the business bunch?
Apple has become so boring over the last 10 years. They're putting out the same iPhone products every year while Microsoft has quietly been innovating. They've been doing a lot of things in the background and investing in these new technologies while Apple's just pushing the same old, right? Steve Jobs would not be happy about the fact that instead of innovating and creating their own artificial intelligence, they went out and outsourced one of the most important pieces of technology out there today. I believe that Microsoft will surpass Apple again, and it will be in a very short amount of time once people open their eyes and go, Apple's just doing what everybody else is doing. What makes them so special?
Yeah, but you brought up a good point earlier when you're saying Apple just keeps putting up the same thing. It's that same brick iPhone they've been putting out for years. There's really been no innovation since really the iPhone came out. Michael Geltrude, thank you so much for joining us this morning. It's always a pleasure to have you on.
Thank you.